Hola, everyone. Okay, muchas cosas. Is it? Video. Todos dice tranquilo. Tranquilo. Laundry room party. Woo, woo, woo. Oh man. All the boys are so into it.
My cousin said it's like a huge thing on mission. He's like, oh yeah. His mission, he got the...
We have a message about you, Scott.
Is that Elder?
No. Wait, how did you say it in español?
Tenemos un mensaje de Jesucristo.
¿Es worth it? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Sí.
Knock knock.
¿Aló?
Hola, somos misioneros de la Iglesia de Jesucristo de las Santas de los Últimos Días.
Oh, wow.
¿Sabe dónde los perros van?
¿Los perros? Los perros están fuera. Sabemos.
Bueno, oh, ¿ustedes saben?
Sí.
Ay, pasen, por favor. Díganme acerca de los perros.
Sí.
Buenas.
Somos misioneros de la Iglesia de Jesucristo de los Últimos Días y tenemos un mensaje de amor y paz.
Vengan, pasen, por favor.
Lame. Lame. I'm sliding down my nose.
¿Verdad?
¿En serio?
No entiendo.
No inglés.
Sí.
Hacer.
Tres pero.
Ahora,
there.
Elder.
No way.
Tres perros. Ah. Triple propósito. Triple perros.
Sí, no huevos. No tengo huevos.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Roca?
Un momento.
Oh my god.
Sí,
It's gonna be up.
C and F and then
F and A. Yeah, and then the third below it. So like these ones? He's so cute. So cute. He's so precious. This is adorable. Could anything better have happened?
literally nothing.
Nothing could have happened. As the boys watch us from afar.
Oh, cute. Hi, Oakley.
Hi, buddy. He's literally so cute.
So little.
Hi, baby. Oh, best day ever.
What meatball?
Straddle me ball. Well, it has to have been a thing. I can't even believe it, not for a moment. Okay. Thursday.
So, Bubert, spit it out. Go ahead. Mañana.
It's about to go.
It's okay if you do it tomorrow, but you have to do it though.
You have to.
Okay.
No, take backsies.
Mañana.
No, take backsies.
Gracias, Elder.
Está bien.
Alright.
Buenas noches, chicas.
Buenas noches.
Boxes for dinner, but that's okay.
Nutritious dinner. The flavors are melting on my tongue. Okay. Hola, everyone. Okay, it's been like 2 weeks, and I haven't made a video, and I'm just really bad at that. I'm really lazy. Not lazy, I just don't have a lot of time. There's a lot of things we do here. Anyways, so I wrote down like a list of things that I was gonna talk about. first off, we got 6 new sisters and 8 new elders in our branch, and which is a lot of sisters because actually in our branch right now we only have 6 sisters and 57 elders. So like the sisters take up like the very back row of like the room that we meet in. So they're like none of us. So now like the Relief Society has been doubled. So that's kind of cool. And me and my companion, Romana Andrew, were like over all the sisters in our branch because we're like the sister training leaders. It's like the girls zone leaders. Anyways, like not last week, I think it was the week before. I don't remember what week it was, but we got 2 sisters added to our branch when a few were leaving, and they're part of the 6 that are already in our branch right now, but they are French speaking, and I just like love them so much. One of them's going to Madagascar and one of them's going to Tahiti, and the one going to Tahiti is learning French and Tahitian, and then the one going to Madagascar is only learning French. Today we did Spanish baptisms at the temple. I explained that really bad, but you can look up more about it on like the church website. There's comeuntochrist.org and then also the churchofjesuschrist.org, and you can just search up like temple baptisms or something. There's probably some questions or like questions and answers. Anyways, and we had one of the hermanas' birthdays on the 4th. She turned 20, and it was actually Fast Sunday, so we only had dinner that day. In our church Fast Sunday, well, the first Sunday of each month, it's called Fast and Testimony Sunday for us, and basically on those Sundays we fast for 2 meals, so we don't eat for 2 meals, and like it's for us, it's like us giving like a sacrifice in order to like receive like specific blessings that we want. So like we'll pray and ask for a blessing that we want, or like maybe help for somebody else, and we'll fast for them. And so like we just give up 2 meals so that Heavenly Father sees our sacrifice and that we really want and need a specific blessing. I probably explained that really bad too. Anyways, but then me and the hermanas, we did our laundry like yesterday or something, or no, it was probably like 3 days ago. I don't know, all the days are kind of like mixing together for me, but anyways, I don't know, the laundry room is a crazy place. Whenever I did my laundry the other day, I had like 3 loads of laundry, because the washers are so tiny, and so I like had put all my laundry in the dryer and they were all drying, and then I only took like 2 of them out, and then I like left the other load in there to dry for a little longer, and then like the next day I came back and like somebody had like taken my clothes and like moved them like way down the room into another dryer so they could use the dryer that my clothes were in. It made no sense, but yeah, I don't know who did that. All my clothes were there, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We have a new teacher now, and his name is Hermano Lithgow. Like, his name has like a lisp in it, so it's like hard to say. Lithgow, I think is what his name is. Anyways, he's a really cool teacher. He's for our morning class, and I actually like him a lot because like his classes don't feel like they're 3 hours long. They like feel like an hour long, which is really nice, because in the morning I'm like usually super tired. But this is the last week of class for all the people at my district. We had a sub for one of our classes like last week, I think, and her name was Hermana Bravo, and she was Colombian, and like usually it's really kind of hard for me to like understand the Spanish in like my classes, but like whenever she was like subbing us, like I actually understood like most of what she was saying, and I'm not really sure why, because she was talking like a lot faster than my like original teachers talk, and she has like an accent. But maybe it's just because like she sounds more like my mom's side of the family. Maybe that's why I understood her better. I don't know. Let's see. I said that we all got our reassignments. So Basically, I got a reassignment, and I'm sure you've all probably already heard about it by now, because I think my parents posted on their Facebook. And Elder Buer, Mumford, Jackson, Bubert. I don't think I'm missing anybody. They all got their reassignments as well.
Paso español. Ahora.
Okay.
Okay.
Reassignment is California, Oakland, San Francisco.
Let's
Yay!
Kramer. You'll see Kramer. You'll see Elder Kramer.
Peru. Aww.
Okay, next. No.
Elder Jackson. Elder Jackson.
Primero. RN, bro. RN.
Yeah, it is.
Washington, Tacoma.
That's tres.
Ken.
Me?
Viewer.
Okay.
California, Sacramento.
Jackson.
Hubert.
No.
Oh.
Washington, Kennewick.
Hey! Cuatro. Okay. Usted.
Yakima.
Washington, Kennewick.
My man! Let's go! Cinco.
And I'm leaving a week later now that I have my reassignment. So all the hermanas in my district, they got their visas and they got them like on Friday or something, and they had to go do their consulate visits in Utah at like UVU, I think, and it took them like 3 hours, and they just kind of like, I couldn't go with them, so I just like stayed here by myself for like 3 hours and just like went to like the MTC store and like went and exercised and just like stayed in my dorm. I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird walking around like without like my companion. But they got their visas, so they're flying out on the 21st, I think, to Spain. They asked the guy who was doing their consulate visits about the other visas, and he said that mine would be coming in October because he's going on vacation for like a month, and so all the visas that come, they're not going to be taken care of until he gets back in October. And so, since my visa didn't come, like, it's coming in October, and so that's why I have a reassignment for, like, a month. But I'm really excited because I get to serve, like, 2 missions in 1. And, like, it's crazy that I'm going to San Francisco because before I got my original call to Spain, I had, like, a feeling that I was going to go to California. Like, I thought I was going to go to California for my actual mission. And then, like, I got called to Spain. I was like, oh, okay. Like, that's really cool, too. I was really excited that, I just really thought I was going to go to California. So, like, I got my reassignment in California, and that was cool. And also, like, the only hoodie I brought is my hoodie that says San Francisco, California on it. And I think that's so cute. I'll, like, I don't know, show a picture or something of it. Anyways, the elders, 2 of them got their visas. They actually had to go fly to Phoenix, Arizona for their visa consulate meetings. And so they have their visas too. They're both going to Ecuador. All the Peru missionaries in our district got reassigned. And one of the hermanas in my district said she was like reading like on one of like the missionary mom Facebook pages or whatever. And it said like 90% of the Peru visas, or the Peru missionaries are getting reassigned because they like lost a bunch of FBI background checks that you have to submit for your visas, and so a lot of them are being pushed back till December, I think. So I'm not really sure, but I actually got my bangs cut. Nobody probably noticed that, but there's like a barber shop here on campus, and I like signed up for a haircut and I just wanted my bangs cut. It was actually a horrible experience because like I went there and there was this huge line of elders, like all the elders are getting their haircuts, and the elders' haircuts looked great. And then like I got in the seat to get my haircut, and I just told her like, oh, I just want my bangs cut. And honestly, it's my fault that they looked bad because I didn't show her a picture and I just said like, oh, I just want my bangs cut, and like I wanted them to rest like on my eyebrows. They look fine now because I cut them myself afterwards. But like when she cut them, she literally like did not wet my hair or anything. She just like grabbed my hair and she just like snipped straight across. And then like they were like right here whenever she snipped them, and she was like, do you want them a little shorter? I was like, yeah, just a little shorter, because I wanted them to rest on my eyebrows whenever I like curled them. And so she snipped them more, and then like I came back to my room with my companion and I like curled them, and they were literally like right here. Like when I curled them, they're like resting like mid forehead. Anyways, and they were just like straight across. They didn't like layer into my actual hair or like my longer hair. And so I like brought hair scissors with me because I was gonna cut them myself anyways. And then I was like, oh, there's barbers here, like I'll just go to them. And so when I got back, I like cut them and like layered them and stuff, and so they're looking better now. I hope they grow out a little more because I haven't been curling them. I've just like let them air dry because they're too short to curl. Like if I curl them, they'll like literally like go like mid forehead, which I don't really like that. But we had a worldwide devotional with Elder Uchtdorf, which was literally so exciting. That was probably like the best day I've had here at the MTC. It was so amazing. So like all day they were like, all our teachers and stuff were like, someone special is coming, and they were like hyping it up a lot. So we actually thought it was like President Nelson at first, because like his birthday was the same week that we had that devotional. So we're like, oh yeah, he's coming to the MTC for his birthday. No, which would have been cool, but he probably has some other more important things to do. Anyways, Elder Uchtdorf came and his wife came with him, and they spoke to us, and it was literally so cool. I've never like been to a devotional or a fireside or anything like that with one of the 12 apostles, like with such a personal meeting. And so like when he like came in, like we all had to like stand up and wait till like he and his wife sat down before we could sit down. And like just like when they came in, like they just brought the spirit with them, and it was so cute. And obviously like we can't like cheer for them or be loud or anything, so we just like were standing there, and they like came to like the front of the room, and they just made little hearts with their hands to all of us, and we all made it back to them. And like Sister Uchtdorf was like blowing kisses to us. It was literally so cute, and they would just like wave to all of us like so many times. And they like went around the room and said hi to a few people, and they sat down, and their devotional was so good. I took some like notes on it during the devotional, during all our devotionals, and like anytime we're in the gym together for like a meeting, there's always at the very front, there's this group of kids who do ASL, American Sign Language, and like it's so precious to watch them, and their translator who like translate the talks for them, and like the music too. They like, for the music, they cite all the words like together as a group, and it's so precious to watch, and I just love watching them so much. I think it's crazy, like we always call like us missionaries like learning like a new language and stuff for our missions like the gift of tongues. And so it's crazy to think like the gift of tongues like doesn't have to be just from your mouth, like it can also be like from your hands, like American Sign Language. And so I love watching them do sign language during the whole lesson, or during the whole talk. Sister Uchtdorf, she talked first, and she mentioned Halloween in her talk. I forgot what she said about Halloween. I think she was talking about how like during Halloween, like kids dress up as missionaries, like here in Utah, and like they'll knock on like her door and stuff for like trick-or-treating. And so that just gave all of us missionaries kind of like a confident boost of like how much we're like looked up to like by little kids, because like I don't know, now it's just like, oh, we want to make these little kids proud more than anything because they dress up as us for Halloween. But she just talked about like the plan of happiness and like modern miracles, and how we should be looking for that on our missions and stuff, and how like we are angels in people's lives that we're teaching. And so that was really special for all of us to hear. They just gave us a lot of confidence that what we're doing is really important, even though we all already know that. But yeah, she just like bore her testimony and stuff. It was really cool. And Elder Uchtdorf, he just talked about how like on our missions, like it's the baptisms are not what are important. Like the number of baptisms, that's like not the important thing. The important thing is like we're going out to teach people, to like give them the opportunity to like be a disciple of Christ, and we're not like going out to like come back and say like, oh, I baptized this many people and stuff. And so he's just telling us like, just be grateful for like everything on your mission, including like the almost times. And he like talked about like I think it was like his nephew or something who served a mission somewhere, I forgot where in the world, but basically there's not a lot of people who get baptized on his mission. So like in his emails he would always write and talk about like the almost times, like, oh, we almost got to like teach this person today, or like we almost like got to share this message with someone today. And so he was just kind of telling us like, make sure to like be grateful for the almost times, because a lot of us like aren't gonna have a lot of baptisms or like lessons or like people to teach on our missions. We're just gonna have a few. And so he was just kind of telling us like, be grateful for those moments, because like the influence we make in all the people's lives that we meet, it's gonna go way beyond what like we know. And he told us a story about this one missionary who on his mission he taught prison inmates, and one of the inmates got baptized during his mission, and then like he also taught this one family and they all got baptized, and then like that's all he like knew that had happened. And then like 40 something years later after his mission, he found out that like one of the daughters from the family that got baptized and the inmate, they got married and they had like 4 kids who like served missions. And like the inmate who was the dad, he like had a lot of important callings in the church, and like they just like were able to thank that missionary for like teaching them about the gospel, because like it like influenced both of their lives a lot. And like they just thought it was really cool that they both got taught by the same person. And I don't know, that kind of stuff like blesses generations, like on both sides of the veil, like your ancestors and like your future, like the future of your family and stuff, and then like your present family. It just blesses so many generations. And it was just really good though. And after their devotional, they President or Elder Uchtdorf and Sister Uchtdorf were like going around like saying bye to people, just like the people on like the floor, like the lower level that were sitting there. Me and my district, we sang in the choir, which is really fun to sing in the choir, but like, would I have liked to be on the first floor and say hi to President or Elder Uchtdorf? Probably, but it's okay. It was like, even just the like watching them from like the bleachers where the choir was, like it's just so amazing. Like it, just the devotional from them alone like made that like the best day of my mission here. So anyways, they were like saying hi to people on the lower level, and this one kid was able to like give Uchtdorf like a huge hug, and he like gave him like 3 hugs to be honest. Anyways, and he was just like crying his eyes out. It was so sweet for him, and like so sweet to watch that. I think Uchtdorf like posted a picture of them hugging on like his Facebook or Instagram or something, I don't know. One of the hermanas in my district just like showed me a picture of it. Anyways, and then after the devotional, when we all got to leave, because we had to stand up and wait until they left the room, and then we could like start moving and leave the building. And we like were outside waiting for the rest of our district, me and the hermanas, and the kid like came out and he started like shouting. He was like, yes, I got to hug Elder Uchtdorf, and he was like, best day ever. And he was just shouting and bouncing around. It was just so sweet to watch that, because I know he loved that so much. And he probably has like the coolest email now about that. Oh, the other day, me and Romana Driggs, we accidentally like matched like almost exactly without even planning it. Like I went to the bathroom to go change, and like she was just changing like in our room, and like we both saw each other at like the sink in the bathroom, and like we were both wearing like dark green shirts and like our black and white floral skirts, and it was just so funny. And we both just started dying laughing, and we like stayed that for the rest of the day. And my Aunt Lene, she told me that my second cousin, Linnea Peterson, I think that's how you say her name, she's got called to my mission, and so maybe like we'll be companions. I think she's coming to the MTC in October or December. I think December actually, but that's exciting, because like we're in the same mission, so like it'd be cool to like be companions with my second cousin. I think my cousin Leland was companions with his second cousin on his mission. I can't remember. In Japan? Anyways, there was a really sad day we had as a district. It was like, was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. I don't remember. But we found out that one of the elders in our district is not going to be in our district anymore. And so that was really sad for us because, like, he's been, I don't know. He's really sad, and we just all kind of had a really rough day the day we found out, especially his companions. So we just, like, wish him the best, and we pray for him all the time. But we were so glad to have had him in our district, and, like, we all know that, like, he was supposed to be in our district, and, like, we were all supposed to meet, and so it was just a really special time to be able to have him in our district. And I love my district so much. They're like my family, and I don't want to cry on, like, this video. That's cringe. But I just really love my district. Like, I'm so grateful for all, like, the people in my group. And it's like literally like hanging out with my cousins like every day. Like, it's so fun. And like Hermana Andrew, she like reminds me of like my sister Soraya and like my cousin Taylor, like in one person. And it's so fun. Like, she even kind of, sometimes she like looks like Soraya. Like, I'll like glance over and like see her and I'm like, no, that's not Soraya. Anyways, yesterday we got to skip like the end of our first class and the beginning of our second class so that we could go help new missionaries come into the MTC, and that was so fun. Just because, like, we didn't have to go to class. It was actually a lot of work, though. Like, I was sweating the whole time. But we just, like, helped them, like, get their bags out of their car, and then, like, we just, like, were the ones to, like, lead them around, like, the campus and show them where to go for, like, their introduction meeting thing, and then like take them to their rooms and stuff. And I met like 2 girls going to Independence, Missouri, which is so cool because that's where like that one temple is supposed to be built that hasn't been built yet, but like, you know, anyways, you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you know, you know. Anyways, and then I met like 2 or 3 girls going to Vancouver, Washington, which I thought was really cool because there's like a guy in my district going to Vancouver, Washington, which you guys probably don't think that's cool. But anyways, I thought it was cool because I know somebody going to Vancouver, Washington. Anyways, and then I met this one girl who I helped her like get to her room, and she told me she was going to Georgia. And I thought she meant, like, the state Georgia at first. And I was like, oh, I've been to Georgia. Like, it's so pretty there. Like, you're going to love it so much. And she was like, you've been to Georgia? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, the country? And I was like, the country? No, I haven't been to Georgia, the country. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to Georgia, the country. And she's learning, like, Armadian, something like that. I don't remember what the language is called. Armadian, I think. Anyways, and yeah, so she's going to Georgia the country, and she was just telling me how, like, when she first got our mission call, she also thought it was like Georgia the state. But anyways, she'll be here for like 9 weeks, so that's like longer like than I have even been doing MTC altogether. And I had to help her take her bags to her room, and like there's 2 buildings for the sisters, and one building, the building I'm in, it has an elevator, which is really nice. The other building does not have an elevator. It's just all stairs, and she was on the top floor. So I had to, like, carry her, like, huge suitcases all the way to the top, and I definitely got a workout because my arms have been hurting today. But, turns out this building is actually the only building with an elevator for, like, the residence halls. So, I'm really glad about that because when I leave here, I don't want to be, like, dragging my suitcases down, like, the stairs. Oh, one of the girls I helped, her dad served in Spain, and the, like, mom was telling me about how, like, they had just, like, came back, or they have just come back from, like, revisiting, like, his mission, so that was cute. I really hope I get to, like, revisit my mission, like, within 2 years after I get back, which I know is really uncommon for most people, but, like, I want to make that, like, a priority for me. I haven't even been there yet. I already know I'm gonna live it, though, you know? I fed Elder Jackson an acorn as like a joke, but he actually ate it. because we were playing volleyball yesterday. The elders they didn't make us, but like we did because we want to be unified as a district or whatever. And so they planned for us to go play volleyball in literally the mud. Like, we usually go play in the sand pits, and yesterday it rained, like, all day. And so the sand pits were super muddy, and the MTC was still letting people play outside. So, like, they signed us up for playing sand volleyball. And it was, like, it felt like, it wasn't, like, super muddy and super wet, but it was, like, brown sugar. Like, wet. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, it was not that great. Like, I much prefer dry sand. But, anyways, it was still fun nonetheless. And afterwards, like, I just, like, picked up an acorn, and I was, like, peeling it or whatever, and then, like, I got to, like, the nut on the inside, and I was just like, hey, Elder Jackson, you should try this. And he was like, that's an acorn. And I was like, I know, but it's just a nut. And so he ate it anyways, which I didn't think he was going to eat it, and I knew it was going to taste horrible. So he ate it, and it was absolutely horrible for him, and it said it made his tongue burn, or, like, feel funny. Anyways, so that was actually pretty funny to watch. I saw the other day in the cafeteria, I literally cried. It wasn't the other day, it was like last week. All this stuff is like in the general area of like 2 weeks. Anyways, but I saw this boy in the cafeteria, and he was like serving like us our food, and he had Down syndrome, and I literally cried because like my little brother Sam and my little sister Hannah, they have Down syndrome, and just like anytime I see a kid with Down syndrome, it just makes my heart melt, because I already have so much love, like, just looking, like, at them. I have so much love for them, because, like, they remind me of Sam and Hannah, and just, like, seeing them, like, operate in the world, like, it just makes my heart so happy, and just, I don't know, him interacting with everybody was just so sweet to watch, and I literally started crying, and I'm probably gonna cry now. But, me and Armand and Andrew, yesterday, we had a helping others lesson, and basically helping others lessons are just like pretend lessons that we do to help us like learn how to teach people. And so like random people from like Utah volunteer to come here and like pretend like they aren't like members of the church, and we just like teach them lessons or just like talk to them and stuff. And every time we've had a planning or a helping others lesson planned, we either have to cancel it because of like just random things. Like we had to cancel one because we were still in the temple, like whenever our lesson was supposed to start, we were still there, and so we had to like cancel that. And then like another time we had to, what was the other time we had to cancel? I don't even remember the other time we had to cancel. We had to cancel some other time. And I think we had like class, and we just didn't realize that we scheduled it during our class. And then one time, like one of the people that we were supposed to teach, they just didn't show up. And this time, the guy did not show up, and so we literally have not had the opportunity to like do like a pretend like lesson and like get some experience in. And basically, like, we showed up 30 minutes early to the building, because they have this huge building that, that's where you go to, like, do the lessons in, and you just, like, go to a certain room, and, like, they're supposed to be there waiting for you, and then, like, you go and do your lesson. And so we showed up, like, 30 minutes early, and we waited in, like, the lobby, and we were, like, going over our lesson. I was, like, memorizing lines in Spanish, on, like, what to say and stuff, because our lessons have to be in Spanish, and that was really hard. Anyways, and so I was like memorizing like certain lines to say on how to explain the lesson well in Spanish. And then like we went to the room at like the time we were supposed to teach, and he was not there. And then we waited like 8 minutes. Our lesson is only 15 minutes long because it's in Spanish, and that's really difficult, so they don't like make us take a super long time. Usually the lessons are 30 minutes, like if it's in English, but since it's in Spanish and it's harder, they make it 15, which is really nice. Anyway, so we waited like half the time of our lesson, and he never showed up. And so we just went and like ate dinner. But the elders in there's a companionship of elders in our district who also taught the same guy right before we did, but it was like an hour before our lesson. And so whenever we got to the cafeteria, we were like asking them about how their lesson went, and they were like, oh, that guy was amazing, like he's such a saint, like we love him so much, like he was so nice, he gave us a lot of advice on like speaking Spanish on the mission and stuff. And we were like, interesting, because he never showed up for our lesson. So we just thought it was funny that like we've heard so many good things about this one guy that we were supposed to go teach, and like he literally just like did not show up, and like we have no clue why. Like, we were in the right spot because they have like name tags on the door that like says like who the person in the room like is supposed to be, like it's their room to do lessons in or to get taught in. And so he just like never showed up. And yeah, there's this one guy who is also somebody that you can teach, because like there's like a list of people you can teach, and his name is, actually I probably should not be saying his name, I'll just cut that out, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, a couple of our elders, they taught him, and like during their lesson with him, like he would just like yawn all the time, and like he would correct their like Spanish, which was really funny. We like watched their video of their lesson that they did, because like we can go back and like watch our lessons, like we get recorded during our lesson. And so it was just like so funny to like watch their lessons. They asked him to like read a scripture, and he had like been talking like a fair amount like during the lesson, and he was like, oh, like my throat, I can't read. And so that was kind of funny. And he just like made like some funny faces during it. I don't know, it was just really funny. He was like really uninterested in the lesson. So but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm leaving the MTC on the 28th, and yeah,